1400 years. But it doesn't stop with that. Guess what it says? It cuts you some slack. It says bring 10 chapters like it. And there are 10 chapters in the end of the Quran. 114 chapters or surahs in the Quran. And there are 10 at the very, very, very end. Starting... Well, let me never get caught up with this. This one, right here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's it. And it's 1, 2, 3 pages and a half. 3.5 pages. That's it. So bring 3.5 pages like it. Because that's 10 books. That's it. And to this day, nobody brought 10 times like it. But wait, there's a blue light special at Kmart today, folks, because you can also, it says, bring 1 chapter like it. 1! And the smallest one says, I will let you sit down and read Bismillah ar-Rahman. Let's say it before you read the Quran. Okay, let's Ina ating ako kauta. Kasama din with people one heart. Ina siya ako kauta. Doing something like that. Anybody in here know Arabic language? It's your tongue. Raise your hand. Did you hear the story I just read? Can somebody make something like it or better than that? Yes or no? Have you ever imagined something like that? Have you ever seen anybody try? They can't. If you don't know Arabic, you're going to say, well, I don't get it. That's okay. Don't worry. For those of you that don't get it, eventually you'll get it. You will get it. I'm warning myself, I'm warning all of us, that when somebody makes a challenge, and for 1,400 years, that's a pretty strong challenge. Let me throw one more little thing out at you, and I want you to think about this. He, the one who wrote this book in the first place, or revealed this book in the first place, he said that he will preserve it. He's the preserver of it. And he will make it easy for you to memorize it, he said. Now, how many of you, Arabic is not your language? Not your language. Not your language. But yet you know the Quran. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Trust me, you hear me talking. Do I sound like Arab? Huh? No. I sound like somebody. I don't sound like no Arabic. Right or wrong? So how come I know this book in Arabic language? And I didn't even start till I was over 50 years old. And I didn't know Alif from Ba or Hamza from Ain. Did I say it right? Ain. I'm still working on Ain. That's a hard one to do. The Arabs know what you're talking about. What I'm saying is, write it, or else wait for the end of the thing. What I'm saying. Okay. This is not to be rude, but right. So, think about this now, okay? I want you to think. If you're honest, and this is the hardest part for a human being, is to be honest. And you're going to set aside all prejudice, all preconceived notions. And I want to ask you a question about this book. I want you to think about this. Here's a little game. Are you ready? I want you to find me any 10 Buckeye. Who knows what a Buckeye is? You don't know? Come on, guys. By the way, I'll share a little story with you if you promise not to tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. I'm from Texas, right? Everybody knows I'm very good old walking Texas. I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. Shh. So I am a Buckeye. I am from this state, originally. But I got out of here as quick as I could. Don't mess with Texas. Had to put my commercial for my home state. I got that done. Now, good. Speaking of commercials, don't forget to visit IslamToday.com. A lot of the subjects I'm talking about are on our website. They really are. And you'll be surprised because I ramble when I talk, but I don't ramble when I write. So go and visit the website and see what you think about it. And please email me and let me know. And seriously, most of my I want you to correspond with me so we can talk about these things. Because I'm going to tell you something before I finish answering this one question. I want to tell you that when I came into Islam, I remember real clear what the man told me that was telling me about Islam. He said, really, I'm not committed to ideology. I'm committed to success. And if what you have is better than what I have, I'm ready to change. If you can honestly say that, then you can understand what I'm going to say next. If you can't say that, then just go ahead and go to sleep, because this won't make any difference. Take 10 Buckeyes. Go get 10 people from Ohio that all are the same age. They're all from the same area. So there's no problem on language, idiom, or colloquialism, or anything with language whatsoever. They know everything about each other and their language. And from them, let one of them write down 3 paragraphs on 1 page. Now, 10 people, the one who originated now, must communicate it to the one next to him. Tell him those 3 paragraphs away from the other people, and then let that person try to tell the next person those 3 paragraphs. And let that person tell the next person those 3 paragraphs until they reach the end of the line of the 10 people. Anybody in here plays this game? We call it telephone. If you've ever played this game, you know what happens at the end. That's why we play the game. It's fun. That's right. You do it, and you get it. You start out talking about astronomy. You're talking about planets. You're talking about, and it comes out talking about pizza, popcorn, and Pepsi. By the way, would you let me teach you how to say that in Arabic? Pizza, popcorn, and Pepsi. They don't have the letter P. That's good. 20 That's better. Okay. Hey, look, if we can't agree, at least we can have fun, right? Okay, that's it. Can agree to have fun. And I always think you can have a lot more fun over a pizza and a biscuit. So anyhow, now if you understand what I just said, you can't get 10 people of the same age, the same background, same language to pass a message, and you're going to get the same message. How? When I'm reading the Quran, which contains over 6,000 verses in it, and I'm reading it from my memory in the prayer, we pray and we're reading this from memory, I make a tiny mistake. Somebody behind me in the line will correct me. How? And he's not an Arab. He's from Pakistan. How? How can we memorize such a book? Because to preserve the Quran is not to write it down in the paper and put it in the museum, although we have 3. One in England, one in Istanbul, and one in Tashkent. They're old, 1,400 years old. Yes, they are, and they're all exactly the same as this one right here. As far as the words, they don't contain dots, because that was added later, but the words are the same words. I have a theory, by the way, that the Jews actually copied our idea, and that's when they come out with the Masoretic text, where they started putting their dots and Dajjal into their book in the 9th century. But, who cares? Point is, how can something be transmitted like this? And look at this. A very dear friend of mine named Muhammad Hamdi. He's from Syria, which those of you know Arabic knew he was from there when I said his name. But this brother, 20-something years old, memorized his half Quran from memory from his teacher. His teacher memorized it from his teacher. And his teacher memorized it from his teacher all the way back, and they have a pedigree. They will tell you, this is who I got it from, this is who he got it from, this is who he got it from. And that pedigree is attached now to Muhammad Hamdi. And when he teaches it to his students, they will say, my teacher, Muhammad Hamdi, taught me, and this is his pedigree, where he got it from. Because this is the way the Quran came. Think about this. Every book on earth written by human beings can have a mistake. This book wasn't written. Hello? You say, wait a minute, you just told us it's in 3 museums. I told you the representation on the table is in a museum. But the actual memorization of the Quran itself is here. When it's recited, and it's here, preserved in the hearts of Muslims. Now I'm going to ask you another question. I want you to think. Think about this. How many Christians do you know who memorized the Bible in any language? Memorized even the Old Testament or even the New Testament in any language.